Talk to us about David Price.
David Price is one of my very close friends in boxing. I like the guy, you know, when he lost his fight a couple of years ago, he said he's retiring. I was like, you don't have to retire, mate. Carry on, you never know what's going to happen. And suddenly, me and my big mouth, I'm ain't even fighting now. But you know what, it is what it is. It's just business.
Yeah, because he's a sort of friend of yours, if you can call him that. What's
Yeah,
that like going in with someone you consider a friend?
Man, it's just business, man. You know, he's got his family, I got my family. You know, just trying to make money for our families right now.
I assume you must have sparred him over the years.
Yeah, we sparred so many rounds, you know, in Punch London. You know, when I fought Vladimir Vitali for the first time, he came to Scotland to help me, Glasgow to help me and stuff like that. So it was good rounds, and good stuff went down.
What's the situation with the trainer? What's the training situation? Who's going to do the corner and stuff like that? We're only 2 weeks out now. What can you tell us about that?
To be honest with you, I'm doing my own corner. You know, David has been saying you have to get a coach. I'm like, no, I don't want a coach. Again, I've been boxing for years. I know how to train myself and stuff like that. Just write the program, and I'll do it myself. That's all we're doing ourselves right now.
Even on fight night?
Even on fight night, yeah.
Dereck, do you feel like you may have had a bit of a touch in the fact that you've still got a big fight, but you've perhaps got a fight that is easier than Joseph Parker?
Mate, listen, man, there's nothing easy in the heavyweight game, bro. Let's all be honest. You know, there's nothing easy in the heavyweight game. You know, a guy can come in there, he hasn't boxed for 2 years, and then suddenly, wham, it's a knockout. It's a hard game, you know. David Price is a big guy. He's from up north, so it's going to be a good fight.
I guess it's going to be your 6th fight in a row at the O2. It must feel like your second home in there now.
The O2 is a home from home, man. I love the O2. It's nearby. Get to train there, walk in there, get in my dressing room, you know, ready to rock and roll. You know, home of boxing, you know. So I'm just chuffed about boxing at O2 again.
Where were you when you first found out about the news about Joseph Parker?
Where was I? I just finished training. I just finished sparring, and David called me. He goes, I want to talk to you. Like, every time you want to talk to me, it's either bad news or good news. So give me the bad news first. And he goes, he's pulled out. I was like, so how long you known for? Because I know him for about 3 days. I was like, great. That's the manager you need, don't he? Keeps all the good secrets to himself. So he told me anyway, because I didn't want to disrupt your training first floor. I was like, no, you won't disrupt me. And it's boxing, man, and it's happened before.
So your initial response was just, right, okay, that's fine, who's next?
Yeah, I was like, we're going to go. Because you have to understand, you know, when fighters pull out, you know, I spend money, you know, training camp and this and that and that and that. So when somebody pulls out, that's money down the line, even for himself. So, you know, I'm just happy that somebody else has stepped in to rock and roll.
We've almost seen a rejuvenated confidence in David Price since that Dave Allen fight. Are you expecting the best version of him in this fight?
Yeah, I'm expecting the badass David Price in this fight, man. He's going to be on it.
Do you mean this is a more dangerous fight than the Parker fight?
Every fight is dangerous, bro. You know, every fight is dangerous. There's nothing. Every fight you take is dangerous. That's all I can say.
Dereck, how much do you know about this Joyce offer that Frank Warren said?
You know what, yeah, especially we got the cameras right now, yeah, I'm just gonna put this out there. Frank Warren needs to stop saying my name. That's what I'm saying. He carried on saying my name. I'm gonna be very upset with him now. He needs to stop saying my name. He's a dinosaur in the young man's game. You know, there's young promoters out there. Frank Warren needs to leave the promotion now to his kids. You know, his son George is a good promoter. He should just let George promote. Frank Warren, you need to retire. Which camera is it? Frank Warren, you need to retire and go hang out with your grandkids. The boxing game is not yours anymore. Yeah, so don't ever say my name anymore.
Interested in?
I don't need to fight Joyce. What am I fighting Joyce for? I told him an offer already. If they go come back with that offer. Listen, when did Frank Warren ever put a bigger show? The last big show Frank Warren put on was with me. And that was it. That's it. That is it. He hasn't put any big show on. And that's it.
Another person that was interested to fight you was actually Shannon Briggs. I spoke to him at the KSI Logan Paul press conference. He said, obviously, with Eddie putting that tweet out, he was very interested. But he also labelled you a journeyman due to your record. What's your thoughts on that?
Listen, if I want a hype man, I'll get Shannon Briggs. Do you understand? He called me a journeyman. He's a hype man. What's better, journeyman or a hype man? You know, he's a hype man for KSA. He's a hype man for AJ. He's a hype man for anybody. Let's go what? Let's go what? Let's go fool. He's the guy's got one eyeglass guy, man. He's a fool, man.
Dereck, you mentioned you wanted to fight Jarrell Miller. Is that a fight you're looking at for 2020, perhaps?
Yeah, Jarrell Miller's next. 100%.
With the belts possibly going to become fragmented, Joshua's belts, how simple is the route from here to a world title belt?
Listen, how simple is like the fight is on him and Ruiz, Josh and him and Ruiz. It's going to be a good fight in Saudi Arabia. You know, what happens after that, you never know. You never know. Because in this boxing game, it's about who pays who the most money. And that's it.
Dereck, what do you make of Tyson Fury in the WWE? You seem like somebody yourself who might take a turn to that when your boxing career's finished.
WWE, you know, give a shout out to Tyson Fury and his management team. You know, they really know how to pushing him out there in America. You know, Tyson Fury is becoming an American household name, so they know exactly what they're doing, what market they're pushing in, and he's doing right. That's it. You know, he's got this big fight with Deontay Wilder coming up, so they're trying to get everybody else backing up Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder, so that's good for them.
You said that he's got a verbal agreement with you over a potential third fight.
Yeah, man. You know. See, this is what I like about Tyson, because he goes, "We have to do one more fight," and I was like, "Yeah, when we're ready, we do it," and that's it. Don't have to be a contract. Don't have to be nothing.
Usyk's making his heavyweight debut tomorrow night against Tim Witherspoon. Obviously, a last-minute replacement. How do you see that fight playing out?
Usyk's gonna win it, you know, by boxing, but I don't think he's gonna knock the guy out. He's gonna win it by boxing and dancing, you know. Usyk and the other guy, they like to juggle balls and dance, so good luck to them.
How do you see him performing at the top level?
This is a heavyweight game. This is a, you know, why did he not fight Takam? You know, surprised he didn't want to fight Takam. Why not? You know, you got laid out. But who knows? Maybe I might be looking at that fight too.
How would a fight between you and Usyk go, in your opinion?
Don't know. Might be juggling balls.
Dereck, you put on a bit of a show at the press conference on October the 26th day. What sort of discussions have there been between you and Eddie, or perhaps even you and Calla since then? Because Eddie said he sold 1,000 tickets since the announcement of you and Price, so you're obviously possibly the biggest attraction on the card.
You know, yeah, you know, it's a show. It's about performing, putting up a great show. We don't know yet. We'll see anyway. It's a discussion we're going to have on the next press day we have.
We mentioned Alexander Usyk. Obviously, he was supposed to be fighting Tyrone Spong. Tyrone Spong failed a drugs test. David mentioned it in the press roundtable about how rife it is in the sport. What are your comments on Spong failing the test and the state of drugs in boxing at the minute?
You know, I don't know why people have to take drugs when you're fighting somebody else, man. You're fighting another man. Why do you need to take drugs? Boxing is already a harder sport without taking drugs. So I don't know, man. You know, people are just getting carried away, man. You know, it's just difficult.
You mentioned Jarrell Miller as a possible future opponent. Would you have any reservations over that, given his history?
Yeah, if I fight Jarrell Miller, he has to be tested for every drug. Yeah.
Dereck, just the last one there. I think you need to leave now back for your training, but your fans will be telling out in their thousands. What can they expect to see from you on October 26th?
Great fight. Don't miss it. And tune in on Sky Box Office. Ching ching.
Thanks, guys.
Cheers,